Botox myth number 1. A lot of people don't want Botox because they automatically think that their face will look frozen and result in loss of facial expression.
Yeah, so the fear of the frozen face or facial expression is definitely a real one. Naturally as humans, we of course are very expressive, not only with our hands, but our facial movements as well. Now, when Botox is done and administered correctly, you should still fully be able to have expression and movement in your face, just without the fine lines and wrinkles.
Botox myth number 2. A lot of people think that when they start Botox, that they have to keep it up forever.
So that is a common myth. Some people think that if they do it once and they never do it again, that their wrinkles will worsen, but that's not the case. You can actually do it as many times as you'd like and stop at any point, and your wrinkles and muscles won't worsen from just doing it once or a few times. Another way to look at it is it could be a good thing because people love the results from it so much that they want to continue to upkeep. I'm personally a big fan of it, so that's why I upkeep, not for any of the other concerns.
Botox myth number 3 is that it's expensive.
Yeah, so that is a big concern for some people. On average, most people get Botox every 3 to 4 months. And if you really look at it on an annual basis, if you really break it down, most people spend about $100 to $150 a month on Botox, which is pretty relative considering to what other treatments we're doing for ourselves, such as,
oh my God, nails, my hair, my lashes.
Exactly, yeah. So when you put that into perspective, it's pretty average for what we're doing in terms of other beauty treatments.
Botox myth number 4 is that people will automatically know that I got Botox done just because it looks too done.
So people are and always have been scared of the too done look. It ultimately just depends on who you go to. If we have a room of 20 people, all of them have gotten Botox. I'm sure 19 of them you wouldn't even be able to tell because it's done very naturally. There may be a one-off situation, but again, it just depends on who you go to. You want to make sure you're going to an expert who knows how to administer the Botox correctly. But majority of the time it goes undetected. I've personally had it and people have never noticed.
It's also the results you're going for too, right? Like some people who are really done probably wanted that. So that's why they look like that.
Exactly. So some people do like the overly done look and you request that to your injector and they can ultimately do that. But a lot of the time, if you just let them know that you want more of a natural look, that it's not a very hard thing to do.
Botox myth number 5, Botox paralyzes your muscles.
Yeah, so a lot of people are scared to do Botox because they're worried that it paralyzes them. So Botox actually doesn't paralyze your muscles. All it does is it relaxes your muscles, and over the course of 3 to 4 months, the muscle fibers end up just going back to normal.
Botox myth number 6, and this is my favorite. I should wait until my wrinkles are really bad and noticeable to get Botox.
So I never recommend that. Of course, we always want to be preventative, not corrective. The longer you have a fine line or wrinkle or muscle that isn't attended to, the stronger the muscle gets. So the more units you may need in order to relax that muscle. So I always recommend to be preventative. So don't wait too long. You want to make sure you're upkeeping with it.
Botox myth number 7 is that Botox is painful.
So a lot of people who haven't gotten it done before think that it's painful, but off of my personal experience, the pain level is very minimal. It's almost like just a slight little pinch. I think personally, popping a pimple is a little more painful than getting Botox injected.
Going to the dentist is worse. Like I would rather sit through that.
Exactly. So the pain level on it is very, very minimal.
Botox myth number 8 is that Botox is just for wrinkles.
So Botox can not only target wrinkles, but it targets a lot of other things as well. A lot of people come in requesting Botox to be done for their brow lifts, so it can give you a little bit more expression in your face. A lot of people do it for hyperhidrosis, so any excessive or over-excessive sweating in the underarms, Botox can treat that as well.
Botox myth number 9, Botox is superficial.
It's an interesting comment to say, just because what about all the other beauty treatments that we do for ourselves? We get our hair done, we color it, we cut it, we do our nails, we do our eyelashes, so I feel like if you are gonna say Botox is superficial, it's like going ahead and saying all those other beauty treatments that we do are superficial. At the end of the day, beauty is vanity.
And if it makes you feel good and if it makes you feel like beautiful, then
Exactly. Anyone and everyone's prerogative. Whether they feel comfortable doing it, that's great. If they don't, that's okay too.
Botox myth number 10 is that you have to be at least like 40 to start Botox. You have to be older, more mature, a lot more wrinkles.
So a lot of people think that, but that's actually not the case. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we want to be preventative, not corrective. The longer you wait, the more units you will need and the harder it is to relax the muscles. To be honest, a lot of people in our current demographic of patients, they're between the ages of 25 to 34 and they're all getting Botox.